The Seed Pod. The fundamentals of building a business haven't changed. Seek, seize, and scale. Find a problem worth solving, seize the opportunities, and scale from that success. Welcome to the Seed Pod. My name is Brian Oruko, and I am the host of the most sought after entrepreneurial show in West Kenya. This is where we discuss how to build a brand and how to also scale a brand and the brilliance that comes with brand building. Here we get to host founders, CEOs, business owners, and beginning entrepreneurs or newbies in entrepreneurship. This is the Seed Pod. This edition is dedicated to a lady, and a very interesting lady because she uses her voice to get her income. Her name is not new on these streets, and it would be very, very demure if I mention her name with the utmost respect that she deserves. She is called Terry Andwana, and many people around West Kenya know her as Terry T, the VO or the voiceover artist for West Kenya. She uses her voice to get income, and I would like to have a conversation with her around what are the strengths that she has that enables her to have realized that her voice is so powerful to give her some income. Terry.
Yeah.
Terry. Finally. Finally, I have you next to me.
Shukran sana.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing much better now that you're sitting next to me.
Amazing.
I would have loved if we would have had a session just to joke around. But since it is serious business today, I would like to know, who is Terry?
Terry is a daughter, a sister, voice, apart from that, voiceover artist, host, actress, but sometimes makeup artist and a wardrobe person in the film industry, and most importantly, a media enthusiast.
A media enthusiast.
Yeah.
I heard you mention that you are an actress. You've acted in a movie before?
Yeah.
In a film?
Ma, osechopo. Yani tinde Andrea wadwa. En wende dalagi.
Mama, ko winj dholuo.
Nyalego ka.
Awara.
Nyara, arwaki dala na ka.
Mago gik piny bwana. Kikanga winj wach moro ni, dimoro pcheme udiji.
Guy, namanisha internet.
Raura.
Ai! Di watch Kiswahili kucho. Nenego di kucho.
Upatie mtoto ya ng'ombe maji.
Sasa tutafanyaje?
Fanyaje okoka. Okinyal nindo gi dhako e dala na kaendi. Dipo kikwongo na golo kodhi.
Onge gimo dhi timo, wadhi mana nindo.
To.
Fundisha mtoto wako adabu. Oh, wacho nango.
Yeah. I did. I started with okay. When we start, I'm saying we because I was one of the founders of Phoenix Entertainment. I think right now it's a Phoenix. It's a production. It may grow.
Yeah.
On its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was one of the founders for that, and we did. We were going to school. We started by going to schools, to do the dramas in school. After that, I did my first film was Seredo 1 and 2. Yeah. First film was Seredo 1 and 2. I've done Bad Advantage. I've done Jonarobi film. Yeah. So,
You were part of the cast that acted in Jonarobi.
Yeah. I was one of the main cast in Jonarobi.
Okay. What was your role there?
I was a woman who pretended to know Luo, but kuna kitu ilifanyika hapo that made people know that like I was a Luo, and it was a challenge because in real life I'm not a Luo, and doing that role was very, very hectic, and it came very surprisingly because I wasn't supposed to do that role to somebody else, but circumstances of life ilibidi nifanye hiyo role. Yes, so yeah.
Oh, so you're not Luo, you Luya?
Yes, I'm Luya.
Ah, wonderful.
Mnyore to be precise.
Ah, that's where you borrow the beauty from.
Yeah, it's in our blood.
Tell me about your love for media.
I've been a radio. I think I'm that radio child growing up. Most of my siblings are very chilled, very, very quiet.
Yeah.
I was that the story person in the family.
Yeah.
When people are eating, I'm making stories in the family and all stuff. And I loved seeing media personnel wakisema news on TV. Even on radio, just listening to the voices, it really sparked a lot of things in me. Here. And I was like, okay, so how do these people do this? I was interested in that. Even in school, I joined journalism club, both primary and
high school.
And also uni. Sikuwa nataka kitu inipite in any media thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me do this. And in my mind, I'm like, my parents are like, Terry, this field is so packed. How are you even going to maneuver?
Yeah.
But they really did not limit me. And you see the way parents can kaza you to do other courses. They walineka tu nifanye chenye nataka. And I love it for myself.
So you did media in university?
I did media in uni.
Which university?
St. Paul's University.
Oh, St. Paul's, okay.
Yes. Yeah. And I was like, okay, let me try my best, because the notion of this field is packed, which is very true. This field is packed. So you have to be distinct. You have to find that one thing that can really make you stand out minus maybe 1,000 people, millions of people. So yeah, I'm not saying nimepata that one thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Even within my circle or something, I'm trying, but we're getting there. Hopefully I'll figure where I want, but
so with you going to media, you had an ambition of being behind on TV, because you say that growing up you really liked how the news anchors would do their thing. You having now to choose media at St. Paul University, was it an ambition of you wanting to be behind TV or just serving in any space of media?
So funny thing, as much as I wanted to be in that space of media, I do not have in mind I want to be there on TV in front of the camera or behind the cameras. That is probably the radio. Yeah. But I just wanted my voice to be heard.
You just wanted your voice to be heard. You were sure that your voice...
I didn't know. Funny thing, I didn't know I would even have that voice, because I had I think right now my voice, it's not that deep. But growing up, it was a bit deep. I was like, how you like, because I used to have friends who used to tell me, Terry, you have very, my voice wasn't like, oh, hi guys. I had, it was a bit deep kiasi, staki to exaggerate but it was a bit deep. I did not know that I would have that entrepreneurial voice, but I just wanted my voice to be heard. So, which means of course, I najua maybe the sector of being an MC or doing podcast or I did not know there were other platforms growing up. So when of course as you grow, you tend to learn on what these things are, what you can do, who can you learn from, right? Yeah, so I just wanted my voice to be heard. It was, and I said, it would be nice if I would be on TV. It would be nice if my voice would be heard via radio. It would be nice if I just stand in front of people and just start talking.
Yes. But
I loved, but most importantly, I was like, I just want my voice to be heard and being in the media space.
Oh, great, great. And at what point did you now realize that actually I could use my voice to get some income?
I think not. I think around.
How did it come about? Was it an accident or? Was it planned?
It wasn't actually, it wasn't.
Did
even
you prepare so that now you can brand yourself as Terry T? You know,
So during while acting, that period of acting, there are scenes where you see when acting, and then you can hear the back scenes, or maybe somebody is thinking about something and you can hear a voice. So sometimes they used to give me that, and I was like, okay. And I had friends, rather even random people. It's like people come bash me or even random people, probably you, and then I meet your friend, and my friend, oh, you really have a nice voice. You can do something with it. And when I went for my internship, I was like, really, like, do something with your voice. I was like, okay, so where will I even start from? So 2018, a friend calls me. We were on the same set. She calls me, I can remember, Terry, can you do something for me? And I was like, what do you want me to do for you? Can you do a voice for me? I was like, VO is voiceover for those who don't get it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So how will I even start?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Because how will I even because it's not a matter of just coming here to talk and
It's something you've never tried before.
I've never done before. And you know, and I didn't know, like, there's a technique, or rather there's a way you can talk, and people would, even without people seeing you, hata mtu akisimama mahali anajua akisikia, the person would say, this is Terry, right? I was like, okay, let me just do it. I did it, and the reception was nice. She was really happy with it, and she paid me for it. I was like, okay. Okay, so this is another thing.
Yes.
And it's not even a matter of thinking about money.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I can put this on my bucket list, right? And tick it at some point. So after doing that, nilienda nikajikalisha chini. I think I called a few people I will not mention, and I got advice from them when you're ready in the media industry. And they were like, they gave me 1 or 2, 3 advices. I took them in, and then I started by doing voluntarily and posting, and also serious. But first thing, I did the 2018 Nika. So last year January is when I started serious work
around your voice over,
like serious
now,
work.
yeah.
2018 I was just chilled, unafanya moja, you rest for I don't know how many months. Last year January I started serious.
Well, what led you now to now the serious business?
Because the people, when you're in advice, they were calling me like, you're really joking. You're really, really joking. Do you know there's a space? Because I was like, there's a space left. Yeah, because people tend to go to men for the VO because they have, and ladies, it's not that much. Yeah. So hey, nilijikalisha chini. I went back to school. By me saying going back to school, it's not like I went back to school physically. Research.
Thank you.
Research.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Who is doing what?
Yes.
Who has been on this? I mean, who has been doing this thing for a while?
Yes, dear.
Jennifer Canary. Ni kinda kumwangalia, like, what? Because she's the one who did the Safaricom.
Yeah.
I was like, what are these people doing? How can I start this? And I think I even DM'd a few people that I knew. I will not mention their name as well.
Yes.
And I was like, please, how did you start? Because right now, there are people who have DM'd me like, how did you start? Just tell me how you started all these things.
So you're now starting to be an inspiration to others now.
Yeah, and I'm happy because
I
was
realize
like,
that they have the voice. And
it's just a point I'm like, hey. The first time somebody asked me like the process, how I started, I was like, hey, so I can be I'm on the right path. So there's something I'm doing. Yeah, and so by doing research, it was hectic. Sometimes akili nachoka because ni vitu mingi.
What exactly were you researching about? How to put this as a brand, how to use your voice to get income, or how to actually speak behind the microphone? What were you researching about?
Everything.
Mhm.
First of all, I wanted, how can I start? And starting was, you have to volunteer. You have to do some things for free. You have to. And you have to have a connection with any studio that you can, because it's
Okay.
professionalism at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the
professionalism
production and everything.
And the production and everything.
You never used your phone
Even
at one
before
time?
that,
Yeah.
even before that, I started with my phone and recordings. I think on my socials, you'll see still me posting, me recording like with my phone and me talking with my raw voice, which is very important. Because I've heard some people say sometimes these voices are not real. So for clarity, just sometimes it's good to like put a raw voice.
So for you to
for
prove
rapping.
to those who are watching that this voice that Terry has is real and not edited behind the studio,
Yes.
could you just say welcome to the Seed Pod with your VO voice?
What do you want me to say?
Welcome to the Seed Pod, or just anything you want to say about the Seed Pod.
Okay.
Just anything.
Welcome to the Seed Pod, where entrepreneurial things are done. Karibu.
Asante sana. So Terry is here with us, guys, and Terry is helping us understand how exactly did she realize that her voice is as powerful as gold, and how has she been able to venture into a space that is known for men. As a young lady in West Kenya, having a very powerful voice and having the spirit to journey into entrepreneurship, Terry, now you're researching. You're doing your research. You're realizing that, no, now this can actually be a brand. This can actually now, I can now get the title voicepreneur. People are starting to call you. How are you now at that particular time? How are you now dealing with these challenges? And what are some of these challenges that you're experiencing as you go?
So let me just expand on the research. The research entails quotation, or rather the rate card, and then the packaging, how you can package yourself as a brand and as a voice brand, right? And everything, and just everything. So when I realized, okay, now this is becoming serious. I woke up one morning and I was like, Terry, this is becoming serious. Getting calls. Now you have to, do things like if you're doing like in a professional way, 5%. Hey, 5% ni kidogo. let me say around 70.
Yes.
You have to up your game to probably 20.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I still you call those people who are, just for little things here and there, because pretty much I'm doing this alone.
Yes.
Calls are just to get advices and all that. Doing this alone. So getting my rate card vizuri, and not doing an exaggeration, because pretty much pia sometimes we fuata this money, but some upeani kazi na toshana na pesa, right? And as much as pia tunatafuta hii pesa, you have to up your game. So
and a lot of clients do complain about that, Terry, that entrepreneurs, when they see a client has come for inquiry, then wanaeka shida zote into their quotation or their rate card. So they have like the kind of service that they are offering is of not the similar quality to, or you can't match it to the rate, So how did you get to know that actually what I'm charging here for this particular job to be executed is what I deserve?
Because videos are different. There's ads, there's infomercial and documentaries. Infomercials, ads and all that. Because you cannot charge infomercial the same price with documentary. You cannot. Yes.
I didn't know. I'm learning that from you.
Because infomercial, you can do an ad for 30 seconds. You can imagine documentary. There's hakuna documentary at 30 seconds.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the charges differ.
They're
right?
different, yes.
Even as much as you put in your quote.
Yes.
I tend to work towards it. Sometimes I would be in the studio the whole day,
Yes.
probably even doing one thing,
I know, right? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
just to get that, your end goal. Sasa. And it's not even a matter of kwenda pale, you start doing the ad and you stand up because it needs to be edited. By
Yes.
editing means,
Yeah.
the producer is not editing my voice. Anatoa tu, I'm a human being. I'll breathe. I'll do kidogo tu. and pia we are learning to not to breathe and nini
Yes.
while you're recording.
Yes.
So the challenges, you asked me about the challenges, right?
Yes.
Still, somebody may call me rather a client, and she meets somebody so that, my client's
Say
my
Brian.
amazing
Say
client.
Brian.
So Brian calls me.
Yeah.
Brian, my client, calls me.
Yes.
And like, Terry, I want you to do an ad for me. And this ad is 1 second. In Brian's mind, 1 second ni kidogo san. Like, it's just 1 second. Terry, it just ni 1 second too. And I'm like, okay. I say my quote. My quote is X. And Brian says, hey Terry, X with 1 second. How can we work on that?
Yes, yes.
And I tend to explain, of course, respectfully. Tuna bembeleza clients my eye, right? Respectfully. This is my rate, nini. So your why cannot work, right? Some clients they go look for a cheaper person.
Of course. Yeah.
Other than your price.
Yes, of
right?
course. Yeah.
Other than my price, rather.
Yeah.
And others, they tend to understand, and at the end of the day, we tunapiga kazi.
Yeah.
Which is okay, because pretty much you cannot work with everybody.
Yeah.
You cannot work, and some clients you agree to disagree, and others you disagree to agree.
And some clients are also toxic.
Yes, that's why I said it's a kind of relationship.
You have to be very careful when you're dealing with some kind of clients, because at the end of the day, they may torment you psychologically. How they talk to you, how they handle you, as much as they are paying you. But would it be worth being paid? But by the time you get home, you're so exhausted.
Your sanity.
Yeah.
Yes.
It comes first, right?
Yes. Because that's why I always say, do your work that iyo kazi yako ndi kuongelele. Before people talk to you, let your work do the talking, right? Before people talk to Brian, let Seedpod talk first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay if we will no work. It's okay if we will work. Yes. And I think if it reaches a point that we're not working, you probably have really maybe explained myself, and you've explained yourself, and we've not come to an agreement, which is okay.
Yeah.
Right? Next time we will work together. Let's see if there will be a next time. And as a voicepreneur, I think one of the biggest challenge is if probably that person is not in the media space, he or she wouldn't understand the time, because we charge according to the time. Yes, like what do you want according to the time, and so many other things, right? Probably if it's something that you will use for a very long time.
Also, you put that into consideration.
Yeah, there's
also
a lot of things you put into consideration. If it's a product that will be used for a very long time,
yes,
you'll use my voice for a very long time. Is it a one-time thing? It's a whole agreement.
So now you've changed. You've gotten your first client. Actually, now your friends have told you, "Hey, Terry, you can do this. Terry, you can do this." Now you're turning this into a brand.
Yeah.
So now it is now known as Terry T. So when people hear Terry T, they know that deals with voiceovers. And now you're receiving your clients. What if someone now gives you a job and told you or tells you, Terry, could you do this for me? Seedpod tells you, okay, Terry, make us a voiceover. And while at it, do this and do this and do this, capture this, capture that. But because you're using your voice, and remember you said your voice is not edited, then you get a cough or you get a cold that has lasted maybe for a week or two. How do you handle that?
So, let me point of correction.
Yes.
Well, you've said my voice is not being edited.
Yes.
When I go to the studio and do a voiceover,
Yes.
it must be edited. Why? They cannot just remove the raw voice. What is not being edited is me, like my original voice.
Yes, that's what I'm referring to.
There's those small noises because you have to give client a professional thing.
Yes.
Sasa.
That's what I'm referring
Even whatever
to.
you hear on radio, the voiceovers here on radio, those are edited voices, not the original voices.
Not the raw voice.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And also, you said when I have a cold, or I'm a human being.
Because you rely on that voice
yes,
too.
because I rely on that voice. So one thing, rule number one, if I have a cold, I would not even attempt to record a voice when I have a cold. Funny thing, I love my voice when I have a cold, but I cannot work with that because it's not like I'll have a cold the whole year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't work when I have a cold. I don't work when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yes, anything that has interfered with my voice, I will not work that day, or rather those few days.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to maintain your original voice, not the cold voice.
Okay.
Yes. So I will not work tillish and politely.
Yeah.
I would tell the client,
Yeah.
I have a cold. I cannot work with this voice. Because
Okay.
next time you'll call me,
Yes.
you'll hear a very different voice. Or rather,
Yes.
I'll give you a whole different voice with your product.
Yes.
And you'll be like, what is happening? You may love the cold, the flu voice, and then the next time nikupatie my raw, like my original voice without the flu.
Yes.
And then you'll be like, okay, you'll not like it. So
Yes.
I don't work when I have a cold completely.
So you've worked with brands in West Kenya?
Yes, I've worked mostly in Kisumu and others outside Kisumu, but sana sana zimekuwa Kisumu, and I'd wish mingi zitoke outside Kisumu, right? So yeah.
Why outside Kisumu, not within Kisumu?
Diversity is very important. Diversity is very important. What if Kisumu hakuna na hiyo ya nje ndio, I mean, inje umepata zingine. I mean, not. Let me correct that.
Yes.
Let's say Kisumu kumekauka, and then I did not, so inje. What will I do?
Have you worked with small businesses before, apart from the big brands?
Would I call it small businesses?
Small businesses to mean the startups. Have you worked with any startup before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do I want to call them small businesses though?
Yeah, but because that's what they are.
I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to offend anybody. I know that's
that's what they
small,
are.
but I would see them as big. I don't know. But I've worked okay. As Brian says, I've worked with them before. I've worked with them before.
And what is your experience with Kisumu in terms of engagements, client conversion, and also how do you get your clients? How do you get your clients, especially in the space of Kisumu?
Hey, referrals is very important.
Yeah.
Referrals is very important because, I mean, without referrals, I don't know where I'd be.
Yeah.
Without referrals, I don't know the connections, if I would have the same connection that I have right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping, please refer me. Please. Because I think that one has been my biggest helper.
Oh,
Rather, do I say
so
help?
majority of the
Majority has
clients
been
you've had
referrals. And
since you started
Yeah.
are mainly from referrals
And social media.
and social
And
media.
social media. You
Okay.
know, do not underestimate social media. Social media can make you or break you.
What if they close the social media today?
Referrals.
Referrals is
Yes,
what you
please
rely on.
have numbers. Because I don't think if phones can be We can take away our phones.
But entrepreneurs are encouraged to also have email lists whereby, some of your clients, you need to develop an emailing list where you talk to them annually or quarterly, just to say hi and to tell them about the new services you're offering, the new products you're having. That would also encourage more like a database, okay? So that with that database, then you can easily communicate to your previous clients and also get to convert new clients, okay? So as much as we rely on referrals and social media, which may one day just go off, we are also encouraged to develop email lists of our client database. So for you as a voicepreneur in West Kenya, and not just Kisumu, because you said you'd want to diversify, go as far as even the North Rift, get to talk to brands, get to have voiceovers done for big and small businesses around the region. People are now looking out and seeing that, oh, there's a lady who's doing it. And other ladies are also seeing, probably I have the voice, so let me try. What advice would you give them, or how would you tell them to start the journey of being a voicepreneur? Yes.
First of all, believe that you have it. By having it meaning the voice, right? And start now, because I think personally I feel I wasted quite some time before I started. Sometimes it eats me up. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I started mapema, but there's no regrets. There's really no regrets. There's a time for everything, because pretty much when I did not start, I was doing other things.
Yes.
I was busy growing. Making growth with some other things. So just start. And I don't know. I just say what worked for me, because it may not work with everybody. With a voice out there. So I started by, research and finding out what other VO people are doing, both male and female.
Yes.
Both male and female. And from there, I did a reel. A demo reel. Demo reel is our CV, basically. It's our CV. You hear mtaza, just send me a 30 seconds, because you can have a demo for two minutes, but somebody only listens it for seconds and will know if he or she want to work with you or not. Yeah. Have a reel, have a demo, and there are things called mock ads. You can use other like products that you've not worked with, but so that you hook for that hook. Use that, or you can research scripts online. Scripts online. Ziko voices.com. There's so many platforms where you can look for scripts.
Yes.
And you do that. Do a demo and post it on social media. You use that as they need to for those who are probably intrigued by the thought of being a voicepreneur, they need to develop a voice demo. Yes, a voice demo, because that is the CV that you send to clients. That is your CV.
Okay.
And if like I would insist on this, let it be as professional as possible.
So do you have
let it be as professional as possible. Like, as even if you can save it up to pay for that studio.
Yes.
Hata kama ni ya 60 seconds or 30. Let it be as professional as possible. Because let me tell you, the world where we are right now, people are looking at quality. What are you... Hey, let me not say what are you bringing to the table, because I'm a woman. But at least like professionalism too. It's not, and it's not necessarily you be the studio. When you have a mic and at home in a quiet place, record and learn how to edit to Evo, and then put it all together, and weka huko nje your name, your brand name, and your phone number, because you never know who's listening to it. You never know who's listening to it.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. I like the idea that we could use our God-given abilities to get income out of it, and you are one example of the voice being very powerful, and also using your voice to get some income, and now turning into a voicepreneur. Do people practice? Like, do I need to practice for me to speak? Like, to get the tempo right, to know how to or is it just the fact that if I have the good voice, then now boom, I need the microphone, producer, produce it. My demo is ready. Post it out there. Do you practice?
Again, you can have a good voice, but you cannot have an entrepreneurial voice. Niliambia hivyo and I was shocked.
What's the difference?
By starting, I was like, okay, she's just by having a good voice. So you guys think I have a good voice? Then let me do this.
Yes.
But by research and trying to DM people that I feel like I can learn from,
Yes.
I got 1 or 2, 3 lessons.
Yes.
And niliambia and I was shocked. I was like, okay, so what can really differentiate these two?
Yes.
There's being distinct with how you talk.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How you talk and how you normally talk to people. Right? And I was like, okay, so this needs practice. As much as I have the voice, I need to practice. The way I practice is very funny. These are the ways I do practice.
Yes.
Either I go to the studio and just do different views.
Yes.
I rusha pale online, or I send to clients that I've worked with
Yes.
their DM just to remind them.
Yes.
Terry is still there because
Yes.
it's like competition equal. People are rising, and you cannot just sit there and feel like, let me just sit. They'll call me, Sawa, your work is good, but there's someone learning from you. Atakuja atakupita, and you'll be shocked. So you still have to up your game. Could you?
You need to develop some obsession, and entrepreneurs are advised, just to cut you short, Terry.
Okay.
Entrepreneurs are always told it's now no longer about passion. It's no longer about that I like doing it, I enjoy doing it. It needs more of obsession. You need to be obsessed with what you're doing. You need to be so much into it, like it needs to flow in your blood every other day, so that as you do it and you do it and you do it, rinse, wash, then you perfect as you go. So with you now getting time, studio time to practice and have these demos created, are there times when you feel like now my voice is now not voicing?
Yeah, like I'm a human being. Sometimes you'll feel, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You wake up in the morning and you're like, there's something that is missing. I need to give myself that morale to go back to the energy that I started with, right?
Okay.
And by doing that, you have to, sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes you'll be so bored to even do it, right? And sometimes job hazikuje. So what can you do kama hizi kazi hazikuje? It brings me to this. When I started, I used to post the final products that I've worked with different companies. But with time, I decided not to, with my own reasons, right? So what I post is, so probably you've agreed with a client, voicing stroke marketing.
Yes.
Seed pod. I've done
Yes.
seed pod.
Yes.
So I've agreed with Brian.
Yes.
Let me do the VO part.
Yes.
And let me stroke marketing. So
Yes.
meaning when I'm done, I need to rush it on social media.
Yes. Yes.
But there are different clients that you shouldn't even post their work.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that.
I don't
like
know.
You don't.
I'm learning from you.
Like you can tell me, Terry, let's do the VO and so okay. So we can agree on the VO part, and not the editing part, because you pretty much you have your own editor who will do the editing and stuff, right? So when you finish with your product, right, I would humbly ask you to send me the final product, because it's part of my CV as well. Ni sawa. And if it's not possible, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
Sawa.
Yeah.
So, and I've agreed with you. It's marketing stroke doing the video.
Yes.
I'll put it on social media.
Okay.
But again, you might tell me, Terry, I'm sending you this, but please do not share it with anybody. I've had those kind of clients. And I decided, okay, even if we haven't agreed on anything, I just decided like, okay, let me try another thing of posting rather than the work that the final products that I've done. It's a challenge because what will I post apart from the raw voice?
Yeah.
So you have to be very, very creative. And I'm still learning and unlearning. So yeah.
Learning and unlearning. Remember, guys, we are at Alpha Next Podcast Studio. This is where we learn and unlearn. As entrepreneurs, that is the best kind of tagline that we can ever get. Learn and unlearn as you also rinse and wash as you go.
Yeah.
You said if business is down, how do you handle your low days?
Yeah. If business is down,
how do you handle your low days?
Because I'm not doing videos alone. Maybe
Okay.
the other work. I'm a human being. Whatever I can do, napita nayo. Whatever I can do to get money,
Yeah.
legally. Let me clear that. Legally.
Because
And
they
a
could get
clean
you wrong.
work. Yes,
you know,
'cause yo-
whatever you can do.
Kidogo mtu anza kuja hapa ni shike. No. Legally.
Yeah.
What I mean is,
Yeah.
kama kuna shoot, I go there. If I'm not acting, because acting, it's not a must you get, all the roles cannot fit you. So what can you do as well?
So
And
are there
I
other
learned
things that you do? Yeah.
Being behind the camera.
Yeah.
Wardrobe, that's the costume and makeup for film.
Yeah.
Still learning. Kwanza it's like naipepeta. Like it needs, because when you don't have a role,
Yeah.
then you're not part of that film. And of course you cannot be in all the films. So what can you do? So I learned wardrobe, costume, kuvalisha watu kwa film, and makeup for them, right? So those are the two.
So you're also good with makeup?
Makeup for film,
Yeah.
and costume.
And not makeup for parties or weddings?
Okay, parties, I do it on myself because I wouldn't know if you're like serious one. I would do it on myself, like a serious one.
So there's, what I'm learning from you also is there's makeup for film and there's makeup for...
There's makeup for film because there's a makeup artist.
Yeah.
There's a makeup artist like generally while were weddings, maybe on me when I'm doing this, but there's makeup for film. Right? And makeup for film entails, the SFX. SFX, mtu amechomeka and all that. Apple, I'm not good with that.
Yeah.
And if I would get time, I would really go study on that thoroughly. Because I love SFX as well. Yes. So there's makeup for film. Because makeup for film, they'd say they want me to sweat, but at the same time, probably I have makeup, but I'm sweating.
Okay.
So what can you do about it?
Okay.
So you have to learn.
So those who cry during the film, that's makeup or what? Because now how do you just start crying? Like,
Crying, shtaki kutoa siri zetu, but crying,
okay.
people cry. Because when you're given that role for yakulia, you have to take it with your full chest.
Yes.
You cry.
Yes.
I have a friend akifika tu set hivi like amefika mekapa.
Yeah.
Sound check, watch check, camera check. The scene yakulia.
Yeah.
Like when Mombea like action,
Yeah.
she starts crying immediately.
Wow.
And they say
talent,
actresses, we are pretenders. It's not our fault. It's just that we pretend in front of the camera. It's not about pretending. We embrace the role that we are given.
I like that because
We
if you say
embrace.
you pretend, then
Yes. Because people say we pretend
okay.
much.
Yeah.
Actresses are judged a lot. People who are acting, yes, whether male or female, they're judged a lot.
So what are some other things that you do apart from now when during your low seasons of VOs, the voiceovers, apart from the film, apart from makeup for film, any other thing?
Nitazitwa zote. the things I would not mention here.
Yeah.
Because mention probably the organization maybe.
Okay.
Because the things I would do. So maybe okay. So
You have a 9 to 5?
This I don't know.
Okay.
My 9 to 5 is the VO, the film,
great.
and the things like.
So you're a full-time entrepreneur.
Full-time entrepreneur and the things. So what I meant by media in general.
Yes.
Because let me say, for example. With this organization, we were taken into work. So upon is asema 8 to 5 as hey, I don't know if it will bring me problems with this as fake patients.
Nothing can bring me any problem.
Okay,
I'm the main problem.
We were dealing with fake patients.
Yes.
So we were taken in. So that one was a series 8 to 5.
Yes.
Fake patients.
Yes.
We go to these hospitals.
Yeah.
We were given. Like age.
Yeah.
I'm really tiny. Yeah. My age doesn't even, I mean. So I was given a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
So I used to dress as a 17-year-old. Shaved my hair just for that specific job. Shaved my hair. Behaved like no stick on, nothing as you can see. Shaved my hair, nothing, and behaved like talk like a 17-year-old. Ikizungu mingi. Out through the window. And we used to go, everybody was given like specific hospitals. You go to these hospitals and see it was more about statistics.
Yeah, you were collecting data
yes.
and research, yeah.
And how these nurses or other doctors are treating these people in different ages. Kukuna 17 or I think 19, 18, 20, 22, right? So pretty much you needed to look like that age.
So
I
you
was
would
given a 17 because I'm tiny like this with a Marvin and all that. So we went to these hospitals.
Yeah.
You pretty much act like you see Sasa hiyo nimerudi film.
Yeah.
So I'm basically just doing a film, right? So yes.
Yeah.
So that also and also emceeing a weekend.
Or you get to MC also?
That's what I'm saying. Like anything that I feel like I can hook.
Yeah.
Even taking risks, I do that.
But to be an entrepreneur, then you must be a very good risk taker.
Yes.
So you played the role of a 17-year-old to get the data that was needed for particular research.
Yeah, for
oh, great.
I will
now
mention the organization
don't, please.
for safety.
Don't.
Yes. It was really hectic.
Yeah.
Because you can imagine being caught.
Yeah.
Because like in some hospitals, some were treated very, very bad. Like because we were given a script.
Mm-hmm.
We were given a script. You had to study the script. You go to the hospital and say blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
You of course utaulizwa age yako.
Yeah.
And what do you want? And it was a study around. I don't know, but it was. I don't want to.
Don't mind. Now I get to understand why.
You get to you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I do understand what you're saying, and I appreciate you for opening up and telling us that, though, because we use it for learning purposes as entrepreneurs and new buys and new startups that are coming up around the region. Now I get to understand why. I meet you one time, you have short hair. One time, long hair. And one time, there's no hair at all.
And the challenge I had, you can imagine going to the hospital, and I used to meet people that I know. Marvin Harper. I hope, like, it was really challenging.
Yeah.
Because probably go to the hospital and then I meet Brian.
Yeah.
And Brian, because we are not supposed to engage, because somebody will call me, because I have another name.
Yes.
Because I have another name.
Yes.
So somebody, and you need to sit there on that bench. You are so sick. Like, you are so sick. Like, you are this 17 from I don't know which place. I'm not Terry that time. Now I meet Brian. You can imagine I'm meeting Brian. Brian amekuja shughuli zake kwa hospitali. No my business tena amekuja kufanya. Ameona Terry. And Brian is like, Terry, are you okay?
Are you okay?
You know, look. Yeah. There's an somebody alinipata kwa hospitali working. Me, I'm working.
Yeah.
And this one's like, Terry, what are you doing here? Are you sick? You look pale. When they make they make up for someone to look pale, and they have a Marvin. like, oh my god, I almost laughed kwa line you join to make a bench.
Yes.
I almost laughed because these people know me as another person,
Yes.
because they, you know, they call
Yes.
names
Yes, of the patient.
of the
yes.
patient.
Yes.
I'm
You're in
not
the facility.
Terry that time.
Yes.
I am another and I look so pale. Nguo nimevaa baggy. I don't look like the Terry,
Yes.
the normal Terry.
They know, yeah.
And you know, like, I think Badai is when I used to call it this. I call this person. I'm like, okay, I'm doing some study, so please don't mind and don't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it was, because imagine, like,
It's confidential.
It's confidential because you never know, maybe somebody is related to that nurse
True.
in that
That's
hospital,
true.
right?
That's
Because already
true.
you utakumeharibu.
That's true.
the nini.
How
Yes.
how have you so far used? Because what I love about this conversation is that you have got a broad-based platform of experiences through the things that you've done as an entrepreneur. And now, how did these platforms that you are getting and the experiences you're having, you are at the hospital, impersonating a 17-year-old just to collect data and facilitate research for an organization, how have these helped build the strengths of Terry? And what are some of the strengths that Terry has?
First of all, confidence.
You're very confidential. You have big confidence.
Like, because I think I used to believe I'm very confident till maybe Apple growing up. I was like, okay, but doing all of those things, and you if you're so keen enough, because unaona ni zote tu ni zinakuja kwa sauti, except maybe the acting part and all that, ilinipea like some what, how can I call it, like, you can do this,
Brevity.
you can do this,
Yeah.
and you can really tackle anything that comes your way, so long as you believe you can do it. You like, overthinking ilienda kabisa, because I used to overthinking. I was a guru in overthinking. You know, creating scenarios in your head that probably are useless
And don't exist.
and don't exist. So first of all, confidence. It's not like I have the whole nini, and good public speaking.
Okay.
Good public speaking. I love, up to date, I can still go to the forums of public speaking.
Yes.
You know, being so, not necessarily 100% eloquent in front of people, but just know how to, you know, put yourself in a crowd.
Okay.
And you know, a good PR with people, just to, you know, probably even get that job that you want. Or maybe if someone wants to work with me as a PR for their, because I did it in school kidogo. So use me as a PR person in their company or something. Yes. So with that, still, how can I hook clients with good, you know, talking with them, right? And just a lot of things, because and also imenifanya nika know how to differentiate people with different personalities, because in this world you'll meet people with different personalities,
And you need to know how to handle all of
you need to
them.
know how to handle all of them. It's not their crime, they even though alizaliwa. And I also have a personality, so like, how would I handle people with different personalities in the world? Because you'll meet them you'll meet them as a client, you'll meet them in on set, you'll meet them, I'll meet them while I'm emceeing.
Yes.
I'll meet them probably when I have sasa hizi jobs low-key,
Yes.
probably sasa kama ya hospitali,
Yes.
and other ones, right?
Yes.
How will I handle these people? It's very important.
So being confident comes first for you, and it has also helped boost your ability to do public speaking, emceeing, which is very nice. Is there a way somebody, if they wanted to reach you, is there a way they could reach you?
Yeah. My socials, charity. Oh, I didn't mention. A brand name is T Dailies. not Terry T.
Okay.
So T-Dailies, I don't want to like corner myself as a VO peke yake or as a filmmaker peke yake or as probably an 8 to 5 peke yake.
Yeah.
So T-Dailies is an umbrella of all these things.
Of the services
Of
that
the
you're
services
offering.
that I offer. So you can call me to host for your event.
Yeah.
You can call me as to do VO for you, that is voiceover,
Yeah.
as a voice actor. And you can call me for easy for theater things as an actress. So it's just an umbrella of everything.
So it's called T-Dailies.
T-Dailies.
But why T-Dailies and not T today? Why
so
T-Dailies?
T is Terry. T is the short form of Terry.
Terry, yeah.
And dailies is today I can be a voiceover artist, tomorrow I can be a filmmaker.
Ah,
the next day I can be. So
okay.
T-Dailies.
So that's how you got to develop your brand name.
Yes, T-Dailies.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic, Terry.
And my socials, Terry T. Every platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and X. Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. What a conversation, guys. I am very, very pleased to have been with one of the best when it comes to voiceovers, when it comes to MC, corporate events, when it comes to acting and a film, when it also comes to makeup for film production. Terry T, the best voice that I've come across so far for a female of her status, and also to realize that she's using her voice to get income. And Terry, lastly, as we close and as I tell you thank you, speak to an entrepreneur out there who realizes that, somebody's using their voice to get income. And I'm seated here waiting to get employed. Speak to that person and tell them something that will elevate them to now brand their voice and go out there and start.
Okay. So I'm usually a person with few words, but I'll end this with a voiceover, right?
Thank you.
So, this is the right time for you to use your creativity to make this world a better place. The world is waiting for you to stand up, speak up, and be counted. Be bold and reach for the stars, and let the world know that you exist, and let the world know that Seedpod exists. Thank you.
Wow. Beautiful. The Seed Pod, where we discuss business brilliance and how to build a brand. Till next time, this has been Terry T from T-Dailies, and we appreciate her so much. May she continue growing and growing as she scales her brand. Remember, I'm the host. My name is Brian Oruko, and I would not want to be a voiceover artist. I would just be normal myself, me and I, the way you guys know me. And I come from Director Runs and Logistics Services. Guys, we are also at Alphanex Podcast Studio, where we get to record every week our Seedpod editions. So watch out for this edition and the next one and the next one, and subscribe to our YouTube for you to be able to get more and more and more about entrepreneurship, because this is the home for entrepreneurs. The Seedpod, building business brilliance.